Thank you, Matt. Now, this past October, Congressman Greg Walden announced his retirement, meaning that the seat for the 2nd Congressional District will be open after next year. Today, Senator Cliff Bentz sat down with Newswatch 12's Brian Morton to discuss his run.
Senator Bentz, could you quickly tell us why you decided to make this jump from the state Senate to potentially the U.S. House?
Well, it seemed to me that this was a great opportunity to continue the legacy that Greg Walden has left us. And I enjoy a background in water and in timber, and this seemed to be a great opportunity to step into that space if the voters are willing and continue the good work he's been doing.
You obviously have a background in rural issues, being from Eastern Oregon. How would you look at the issues that are presented by the challenges we face in the western part of the state?
Well, smoke. I've heard a lot about the challenge you are facing here with smoke, and what an enormous and difficult problem, and one that deserves a great deal of attention. I'd be happy to weigh into that space and try to help it. It's really sad to listen to the damage that smoke is doing to your children, your communities, your economy, and I would hope I could help, given my background in natural resource law and the dealing with the federal government.
What specifically do you think you could do that either Congressman Walden has done or take his work even farther in the future?
Well, I think what you have to do is listen to your community first, and your community is new to me, but I would come here and say, hey, what do you folks think we should do? I would also talk to Congressman Walden and say, how does your new resilience bill work? I would talk to the U.S. senators and say, why haven't you been doing more? So sure, you find out what has been done, and then you try to build on the good ideas a local community has.
What challenges do you see in the future, given that, at least in the short term, it appears Republicans are going to be in the minority in the House? How does that make your job harder, and how do you think you can reach across the aisle to get work done in Washington?
Well, so the really good news is we have a President, Donald Trump, who can help us and would sign a bill that we might get passed. The better news is, or the additionally good news is, we have a Senate that's controlled by the Republicans, and they would help us. And finally, I'm used to working in the minority. I've been in the minority for most of the 12 years I've been in the Oregon legislature. So I have a good record of getting things done in a minority position.